And Brenda Wanga has been in Kakamega County all afternoon, and she is joining us now. Do we have Brenda? Good. All right. Brenda, good evening. Tell us about what's happening now, considering the day that many in Kakamega have had with the failing KIMS kits and, of course, the delayed start of voting for many of the residents there. So have they all finished? Has the voting process concluded now or not yet?
Indeed, we're here at Lurambi Tallying Constituency Center. This is where all the activities relating to the election at the constituency level will be taking place. Like you mentioned earlier, it has been a busy day here in Kakamega County. Some of the areas in this county experiencing KIMS kits failure. At least 154 polling stations are having to start the polling a little bit late in the day, around midday. Some of these centers still carrying on the elections as prescribed by the IEBC, just to make up for the time lost at the start of the exercise. In this particular constituency of Lurambi, we only had about 1 or 2 kits failing, but not really failing, as the returning officer tells us, that the kits were a bit slow in their uptake, so they had to be switched, and the exercise continued smoothly. As of this moment, in Lurambi constituency alone, polling stations have closed, tallying of the votes have started, tallying of the presidential votes actually in most of the centers is already complete. And a center that is not too far away from here, Kakamega Primary School, the 3 streams that participated in the election already have their results for the presidential race out. One of the streams, stream 1, giving Raila 219 votes, giving Ruto 78 votes, and Mwaure 1 vote, and Wajakoya getting none. And the second stream in that same polling center, Raila getting 226 votes, Ruto getting 83 votes, Mwaure getting 0 votes, as well as Wajakoya getting 0 votes. In the third and final stream in that polling station, we get Raila having 197 votes, Ruto getting 88 votes, Mwaure getting 0 votes, and Wajakoya getting 2 votes. So these Form 34As that have been generated at that polling station and all the other polling stations within this constituency and within this county will be brought to centers like this one here at Lurambi, where the returning officer will then use them to collect them and generate the 34B form that will then be transmitted to the national returning officer, that is Wafula Chebukati at the Bomas of Kenya, where he will then generate the 34C from all of the forms from the constituency. But at this particular center, this particular tallying center for Lurambi constituency, the returning officer will be announcing the winner of about 7 races, 1 member of the National Assembly and 6 MCAs. The results will be coming in. Some of them have already started streaming in, at least for the presidential race. So this is what will be happening here starting this moment until all the results are brought in here. But the situation should be replicated in about 12 constituencies in Kakamega County, where the registered voters, over 800,000 of them, were expected to go to the polls today, but due to the failures of the KIMS kit, quite a number of them did not turn up to vote. Most of the agents, most of the officials we're talking to are saying that the turnout has been quite low, quite depressed. Officials here are working out the total turnout for this particular constituency, and they will be sharing that information with us as soon as they get it. But as it is this moment, Yvonne, this will be the nerve center of the Lurambi constituency. From here, we will then move to Kakamega High School, which will be the center for the results of the county seats for the member and the women representative for Kakamega County and the Senate seat of Kakamega County. We do know that the governor's election did not take place. That was suspended yesterday by the IEBC due to what they said was a mix-up in the printing of the ballot papers. That election expected to take place in just about 2 weeks. So from here, Yvonne, we will be moving base to the county tallying center, where more results will start streaming in. They tell us at least from around midnight tonight, we should be getting more information from that end. Back to you, Yvonne.
Thank you. Brenda Wanga live from Lurambi. And we'll, of course, catch up with you when you move to Kakamega High School. Of course, Kakamega County has been one for the books, from the suspension of the gubernatorial elections to the delayed voting to the issues with the Kim's kits. Kakamega County is definitely one we will be watching out for and hoping to hear a little bit more from the IEBC now that they've set a new date for the elections that didn't manage to take place in that county. As Brenda says, we'll hopefully get some results for you in just a moment, hopefully by midnight. That's about 3 hours from now. Now, speaking of the IEBC, we're hoping to hear from them anytime now, so do stand by. The minute we get that, we will be taking you live there. That should be the third address, the third major one of the day. So we'll be hoping to get perhaps from them at that point what the full voter turnout looks like as at the close of voting at 5 o'clock this evening. That in a moment. But first, from Kakamega County, I want to take you to another county that has 8 constituencies.